Well, I broke my axle. I'm not sure what you call it, like a oil hub, and I think it was brittle because I looked at it and it was it had a dark red to this thing, and normally it was like really clean like this, and so I noticed that the oil level was a bit low, and so I bought some oil, pour it in, and then I tried to put this back in it, this thing. And so what happened? Once I put it in here, I end up using the palm of my hand to just tap it in like that, and it just shattered. So I guess it was kind of brittle before, and that's what caused it to break. Maybe that's where the leak came from too. I don't know, but I thought I could just get this part to replace it. But I end up, this is what they sell. I bought, I had to pay $154 for this thing. So now I have to replace it. Because of that, I had to cancel a load. But hey, pre-trip check. And it saved me a whole lot of headache. So now I have to loosen these. It's 6 bolts. So I have to loosen them. I think I use a size, well, it says half inch. I use a half inch wrench, a half-inch socket size. So no work today, but I'd rather have no work day than drive it without. I know Amazon is gonna penalize me because I had like 6 hours and 16 minutes when I canceled the load. So I know for sure they're gonna penalize me, but I'd rather be penalized by Amazon than driving my truck without no oil in the hub. So I hope I can get it off easily. I think I need something, maybe a hammer. Uh, Oops. Maybe if I take all 6 bolts out, that might help. So, but yeah, I had a job lined up, and unfortunately I had to cancel. Oh, this thing won't budge it. I might need to give it a little bit of bang with a hammer. Up back. Alright, I'm back. So I'm trying a small hammer. If not, heavy duty. Let's see. small one worked. Damn, lots of oil. Shit. I was worried. I thought the bearing was sitting in here, but guess I got lucky. And so now I need to replace it. I didn't look, but I think this is on the bottom. But I'm gonna go to the other side and check it, just to double check. But I think it is. So I'm gonna check the other side. I think I might keep this. Never know, I might just need it someday. Because nothing is wrong with it. It's just that this piece was shattered. Maybe we could even pull this off and only replace this. But they didn't sell this. So I had to buy the whole thing for $154. Maybe it's to make money. I don't know. So, on the other side, um, let me see. Okay, so it's not to the bottom actually. It's right here. So it's at the well, no, it can be anywhere because the wheel turn. Duh. Okay, so it can be anywhere because the wheel turns. I knew that. No, I didn't. Okay, so let's finish this thing. All right, so let's replace a new one. According to the guy, no lubricant is needed on this thing, so it's just put it back. Man, there's a lot of oil. It's a quick job, really. Just a matter of getting the thing. And nowhere was open. Everything was closed when it happened, so. It's a quick job. I'm glad I didn't have to take it to a shop, man, because I don't think I could drive it to a shop anyway. You can't drive it without oil. Um, Driving it without oil, guess that would mess the bearing up. So I'm glad I didn't have to drive it. It's good when you could help yourself. I hate the smell of gear oil. It stinks. But I guess I'll be. See, with Amazon Relay, there should be a way, if you have mechanical issues, it's beyond your control. Why penalize you? That don't even make sense. Or you should have, I don't know, like a bunch of school kids, one excuse. Amazon just treat you like it's the same way they treat their merchants, man. Treat everybody like beggars. But I guess it works. So if it works, why change it? It works for Amazon. I'm only 30 days in my authority, so I have a ways to go before I can really get good jobs from the Lord boy too. So, Amazon kind of a stopgap thing. but I guess it works when it works. It gave me a good start. I got ripped off on my very first haul. That's a story, man. I should make a video about it. Things to expect. It couldn't get factored. And I didn't know. I have to be careful not to over tighten now and create another problem. Because if you over tighten, that would be an even bigger problem. So I guess I'ma just go easy and just observe it for leaks. I'm not gonna try to go too tight. You try to go too tight and you over tighten, and man, that's when the problem begins. So I'd rather so now I need to clean it off so I can probably identify any future leaks and put oil. Hope I won't forget that. I need paper. Man, I'm afraid to touch anything. Paper towel is a good thing to have in your truck yard. One roll of Bounty. So now, luckily I was doing a pre-trip inspection because I came out and just walking around the truck checking, and I noticed this thing was not as red like that. It was, like really, really dirty. Even though, see, it was never like that. And so it was always that. Right away I realized something was wrong, but I think this thing was kind of a brittle. So because I just did like this to tap it in, and it just shattered. Maybe that's where the leak came from. All that brittle glass, it was seeping through. Cause I don't know. So I need to clean it off, and that way, if there's any future leaks from it not being tightened or anything, so if it starts to drip leaking, then I'm able to tell really, really fast that it's leaking. So I'm gonna clean it off. I have a job in the morning, so no job today, no work today. I have one in the morning, so Okay. Now, take this out. Just like that. And replace the oil. So this is what they said to use. I'm not sure about if you have to use Lucas brand. That's just a brand. But I bought synthetic 75W90. So this is what I'm using. Um, that's what my research told me. So I don't know. Don't take my word for it. So I think I'm supposed to cut this right here, and then but I'm just gonna pour it in. So let's see. Nice and clear. So now I can see that it's all the way. Oh, maybe so now I might need to watch it. Put in some oil because now it's not just low, it might be empty. So I have to pour oil in, watch it, because now it's gone. It's all the way back down. So now I have to pour some more. I think this thing is called the hub, oil hub. I think it's oil hub or oil hub cap. I don't remember, but oil hub something. It's on my paperwork, my receipt. I think it says might be oil hub cap, oil hub cap. I think so. Oh, he's drinking oil. So I guess when I took it off, all the oil that end up down here had to come from in the bearing. So now I think I'm gonna drive it and I'm gonna go back and double check the oil level again because I don't know how much oil it consumed on the inside. So once you drive, it might utilize some of it because I notice I pour the oil in and it keeps going down. So that might be something I need to look out for. Because now, see, every time I fill it up, it goes all the way down. So it's going somewhere. This thing is expensive, man. Shit. I bought it at AutoZone. And I paid 18 and change plus tax for this. It's expensive. AutoZone. Um, I didn't know they carried. I just went there by chance and I got lucky. So I realized that the guys at AutoZone they don't know much about trucks. And even when I told them it was for a truck, they just assumed it was for my truck, my SUV. So I had to be specific, and they still didn't know. So I guess you can, depend on AutoZone for things for your truck. which I don't think I don't. I'm not sure, but I doubt if AutoZone. I think AutoZone is mostly like cars. So, because I had to go to a freight dealership to get this, and AutoZone for sure wouldn't have that. But being a car owner, the first place comes to mind is AutoZone. No, AutoZone don't have it. There's gonna be a freight dealership. So yeah, I'm back to Amazon. I don't know. I think I might be getting some sucky loads now because I had to cancel 6 hours in. I'm pretty sure they don't like that, and unfortunately, I couldn't help it. There's no way I could have drive my truck with that, and it happened last night when everything is closed already. So it's just nothing I could do. I would rather lose. I mean, I would give up my Amazon account, period, than drive my truck and have the bearing destroyed just to keep a good standing account. I don't know. Amazon just probably need to figure out because trucks are gonna break down. It might break down when you have your merchandise on it, your loads. It might break down when you get to Amazon parking lot. It might break down on the way. It could be, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night. If you don't have multiple trucks to swap it out, I mean, it's gonna happen. So they don't leave room for either human error or mechanical. I mean, it's a truck, for God's sake. It's going to have mechanical issues at some point. I don't care how well you service your truck. So that in itself is, you know, yeah, they're good for people like myself, newbies who, I mean, Amazon is where I get my first, I don't know if I can call it sensible load, but reliable, because all the brokers when you call they want 30 days. If you don't have 30 days, some want 60 days when you're gone past 30 days, and some want 90 days. I mean, so luckily I don't have a truck payment, so I got lucky. But just imagine if you have a $2,000 truck payment and shit. What you do? I guess well, I don't know. If you're gonna have a $2,000 truck payment, you better have your authority way ahead of time, cause you know. And then this guy, my very first load. I won't say the name of the company, not yet. I still waiting for pay. After 2 weeks, the very first load went to San Antonio, and on the load board it was posted at 3,000. No, I'm sorry, 5,200 pounds on the load board. I got it off DAT load board, and fine, we agreed at the price. I went to San Antonio, picked the load up, and dropped it off. Man, I was so happy to get my first load. Sure. And first thing, when I got there, it was a cold storage pickup. Now, he never posted anything about it being a cold storage pickup. He just put a load at 5,200 pounds, right? Okay, fine. When I got there, because my truck is a reefer, so luckily my truck have a reefer on it, okay? So that's the first thing. So okay, I didn't panic because if it didn't, I probably would have left the load. I picked the load up, and by the way, you have to keep the load until the following day to deliver it. So I fire up the reefer. I kept the load until the next day, right? Before that, when I picked the load up, the paperwork from the pickup location, the what you call it, bill of lading, it was 10,200 pounds. So that's something else, you know. And so I had a choice: take the load or leave it. It was only 15 miles away for the delivery, and I wasn't even going straight. I was going 12 miles to our stopover because I was going to stay there and then deliver it the next morning, right? So I had to decide 10,000 to 1. Do I keep it? It was already on my truck. I'm like, okay, fine. So I drove it to the location, dropped it off, right? Everything went well, thank goodness. They checked it. I didn't know it was my first time, like I said, so you have to maintain a certain temperature. Luckily, the reefer kept it at the right temperature. So I dropped it off and everything was fine. I emailed the guy and I said, well, hey, you didn't tell me this was a reefer load. You know, a reefer load would cost more. I said, you didn't tell me that. He never responded to this day. He has never responded to my email. So, okay, fine. I said, it's done, to hell with them. I know the company. I'm not going to haul for them again. Fine. So I sent the information over to my factoring company to get paid. Here's where I learned what happened. There was a red X against that company for double brokering. I should not have hauled for them because now I can't get paid. I emailed the guy again and said, okay, you need to pay me directly. Still haven't heard from them. I've been calling. So these things, the first thing, do a credit check. If you don't do a credit check on these brokers, you'll be screwed. That's the first thing. Because, I have gone back and done credit checks on a few when I see loads, and there's few of them have a red box against them where it says do not, um, they won't pay you. So, unless you have a personal arrangement with them, do a credit check. Otherwise, you won't get your money because they can't be factored, you know. So I learned so much in one haul, a lot. You got dishonest brokers, so you got to be careful. Credit check, credit check, credit check. Otherwise, they'll just utilize it. Because what I learned about that load, had it gone bad, it's on my truck. Once it's on your truck, it's your responsibility. I don't know, maybe if it went bad, my insurance would have to pay for it. My first load, gotta be careful. I got lucky, so just be careful. And put more oil. I think that should do it for oil. It looks okay. All right, I'll put this cap back in, and I promise I won't tap it to break it. Now I'm scared of it. Oh, that one went in easy. Actually, I think this one, because it's been there so long, it's a bit hard. That's why I had to tap it. That one went in really, really easy. I wonder if this is something that I have to keep in mind where you change it every so often. I don't know on this. But, see, it's all in. Let's hope no more leaks for the next 5 years. Wishful thinking. No more leaks. I don't want any more leaks. Okay, I need a job now. I'm not taking any shitty jobs from Amazon. I'd rather park my truck. I'm so happy I don't have a payment. I'd rather park my truck, wait for 90 days, than take a shitty job. I'm not doing it. So, we'll see. Man, I hate this gear oil. Damn, it smells bad. Alright, so I'm gonna keep these. You never know. Hopefully I never need it, but you never know. Maybe somebody might need it. It's hard to find. I don't know. You just never know with auto parts. All I know, I'm gonna keep it at a safe place. I'll be back. All right, looking good. Look like $1 million, brand new. Ready for the road. All right, well, there you go. So that one looks perfect. I don't think I need it any better than that. And how long did it take to do? About, I would say, I don't know, 20 minutes. And that one is nice and dry. And I see the oil level is pretty good. The oil level is perfect. So I'm not even gonna mess with it. Um, it cost me $154, so I'm not gonna mess with that one. So that one is good. Everything else looks good. She just needs some work. So, uh, I get some work. All right, we'll get off here and hit the load board to see what's up. I will catch you on the next video. Bye bye.